I made a video talking about how uh, this type of chaos begets violence. Donald Trump's rhetoric, blowing up a boat with 11 people in it who may or may not have been criminals and may or not have broken the law. Nobody knows who they were. I don't know who they were. Do you know who they were? Nobody knows who they were. Um, Kidnapping legal residents, green card holders, people with student visas, kidnapping them and sending them to literal death camps. Places like Sakot that brag, no one leaves here. That's one of the brags of the president of that country, is that he's proud that no one leaves his prison. So it's a death camp. And if you don't want to admit that, it's because you're a fucking imbecile, and that's okay. It's okay to be an imbecile piece of shit. But it doesn't make it less true. Here's the thing. If you're too stupid to understand something, or too dishonest to admit it, or too deluded to have literally any grasp on anything real, it doesn't make the truth less true. If you can't stop licking Donald Trump's elderly asshole long enough to acknowledge that he was Jeffrey Epstein's best friend for a decade and a half, and that they were co-defendants on a child sexual assault case together, and that Donald Trump has 28 allegations of sexual misconduct against him on video. I'm happy to share those with you if you're capable of even hearing and seeing stuff. You're probably not. If you're dumb enough to not be able to hear, see, absorb, grasp, process any of that, that's your fault. It doesn't make it less true. And so the other day when this thing first happened, I made a video and I said, of course this is happening. This is a time of political chaos created by a Russian-backed, lifelong con man who, up until becoming president again, was facing espionage charges. A convicted felon, rapist, pedophile, con man, Russian asset who's laundered money for Russians, who's been investigated by everybody, who's bankrupted everything, from ties and water and vodka and wine to mortgage companies, airlines, casinos, Trump bread. I don't know, with Trump chicken nuggets. Like, the guy has fucking bankrupted everything he's ever touched. And my theory is he didn't just bankrupt it because he's a dumb motherfucker. He is a dumb motherfucker, like the people that like him. He bankrupted it deliberately to launder money for Russians and other criminals. He's been a criminal his entire life. He wanted to buy the Fontainebleau in Miami, which is a hotel known to be patronized by almost nothing but criminals. Italian mafia, He's a lifelong criminal. And so what I was saying in this video is, when you let somebody like this, a lawless, ruleless, unruly person who is a lifelong criminal, when you let this person divide the country, topple the economy, you may not be smart enough to understand that he's toppling the economy, but when you arrest all the people that do the manual labor while tariffing every trade partner and alienating yourself from your closest neighbors to the north and south, while alienating yourself from every democracy on earth, you are destabilizing the entire country, the economy, and everything else. When you fire all the real grown-ups and all of the agencies, from the DOJ to the FBI to the CIA to HHS to all of it, while just doing away with entire departments like Department of Education or USAID that, by the way, fed starving children and gave medicine to dying children that are now dying because of people like you. It's you're killing children. When that happens, chaos happens. And when chaos happens, chaotic shit happens. And if that surprises you, it's because you are a dumb motherfucker. Huh? P.S. The guy that attacked Charlie Kirk was a Republican from a Mormon, gun-loving, conservative family. It's crazy, huh? Not to me, because I'm not a dumb motherfucker. That's what I assumed. The two people that supposedly attacked Trump, guess what? Republicans. Registered Republicans. They weren't purple-haired, vegan, transgender, Satan-worshiping Antifa monster people. They were Republicans that love guns and pretend to be Christians, like you, pretending because you're never smart enough or soulful enough to actually grasp the teachings of Christ. There's no way you could, because you have a childlike mind, and not even a good child, a shitty child. But so I said all this in a video, and I said these people are fascist. They're anti-democracy, fascist, Nazis, and we have to stop them. And I had people in the comments, this is what causes the violence. You called us Nazis and fascists and anti-democracy. Well, here's the thing, you dumb motherfucker. Okay, are you ready? Get a pencil. Let me take that back. Get a crayon and try to draw a picture of what I'm saying. And maybe if you see a picture of it, you'll understand. J.D. Vance is your vice president, the guy with the basketball face that was gay in college and has changed his name 3 times and has his entire existence bankrolled by a gay eccentric billionaire. That guy, J.D. Vance, said America needs to get over its dictator phobia. J.D. Vance is a student of Curtis Yarvin, who's really just a fucking loser, rich kid. But Curtis Yarvin is anti-democracy. J.D. Vance said America should get over its dictator phobia. J.D. Vance is advocating for a dictator. What that means is, you fucking mental midget, what that means is anti-democracy. When you advocate for a dictator, it's anti-democracy. Draw a picture. Get several different colored crayons and draw a picture and just rub it all over your goddamn head. And maybe it'll soak through your thick, empty skull into whatever pea-sized fucking brain is left in there. What do you not understand? I'm calling you anti-democracy because you're fucking anti-democracy. Either that or you know nothing about the people you are pledging your blind fucking allegiance to. You're licking these dudes' assholes, willing to fight for them, willing to die for them, willing to lose your own life for them, and you don't know what they stand for? Because J.D. Vance will tell you in his own fucking words all over the internet, you simpleton. Go do some Googling. You don't have to take my word for it. Don't just go, this guy's smarter than me and I don't like it. Go watch his own videos of him saying in his own words, he's anti-democracy. He's pro-dictator, okay? So that's one of the places I got the anti-democracy thing from. Here's the Nazi thing. Are you ready? Elon Musk did a fucking Nazi salute at the inauguration. If you can't admit that, it's because you're stupid and you're a piece of shit. But maybe that's not enough for you to understand that you think a fucking Heil Hitler salute is giving out your heart or whatever the fuck he said. If that wasn't a Nazi salute, then Charlie's Day the other day was an assassination, okay? It's that fucking cut and dry. It is what it is. You have eyes. Use them like a big boy, okay? He threw out a Nazi salute. But if that's not enough, he has been retweeting, sharing, promoting, and elevating white supremacist accounts on X the whole time. The first thing he did was to remove bans on white supremacist accounts so they could come back on X and keep being white supremacist. Then he traveled to Germany to endorse and speak in favor of the literal neo-Nazi party. Now, they don't call themselves the neo-Nazi party, just like you don't call yourselves the Confederate incel party, but everybody who's smart knows that that's what you are. Everybody in Germany considers this party the neo-Nazi party, and he went to speak on their behalf. He's also fundraised for them, donated to them, and pushed propaganda on their behalf. Guess who else has? J.D. Vance, the guy who talks about loving dictators and being anti-democracy. So this is where I got it from. Nazi, anti-democracy. Okay, are you starting to understand that I didn't make it up? What it is I actually know a lot fucking more about your party than you do, because you're stupid and easily tricked. And when I say Russian-backed, you should watch literally any news other than Tucker Carlson for literally any amount of time. Donald Trump tariffed every country on earth, including islands in the middle of the sea, only inhabited by penguins. He tariffed everyone, literally everyone, except Russia. He has simped for Russia the entire time. He got rid of a program that was tracking the 20,000 children kidnapped from Ukraine. Kidnapped, taken from their families, many of whom are probably dead, and taken to Russia, where their identities are then changed and they are deprogrammed, that they were never Ukrainian, they are Russian, this is your new name, this is your new family. 20,000 children. Don't take my word for it. Look it up. Look it up. And maybe read something that didn't come from Tucker Carlson's asshole. Maybe read 20 different news sources all on that issue and decide, do you really think 20 different news sources are lying about children being taken from Ukraine into Russia and Donald Trump scrapping the program that was tracking them? Because it's not the deep state. It's not the lamestream media. I'm not Nancy Pelosi. I'm a Southern white male comedian who happens to be smarter than you, telling you a fucking fact. Try to hear and see and absorb the fucking fact that I'm trying to get you to understand, because it's a fact. And you can pretend that it's not. You can pretend it's not real for the rest of your shitty life. And even when you die, it'll still be the truth. You can come and find me and kill me. You can kill me 100 times. You and 100 of your shittiest incel nerd unfuckable youth group friends can all come shoot me 100 times apiece. 100 of your friends shoot me 100 times apiece. Guess what? Donald Trump will still be a Russian asset who's helping Putin kidnap 20,000 children. Putin's army will still have committed a genocide against 1 million Ukrainians. Israel has still killed 18,000 children in Gaza. And Donald Trump was still Jeffrey Epstein's best friend for a decade and a half. And you are still laying your life on the line for a dying pedophile with cankles. And even if you kill every liberal that's ever lived, that will still be the truth. Fuck you.